Hey guys, welcome to Get Real. I'm Vanessa.
I'm Jennifer.
And this is Get Real.
You ready to get real?
We should really say it a different way, like when we start off, not be like, get real like 2 or 3 times. Get real, get real. Just kidding.
We'll be like, are you ready to get real today? I'm Vanessa
and Jennifer. Okay, anyway.
Okay.
Who does that? Sharpay.
Oh, no, yes. And I'm thinking of...
We're both two different, like, generations.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to smack her.
No,
You're only a couple years younger than
I didn't even mean that by no means, but it wasn't even like...
Oh, yes.
I'm just thinking, like, 2 different generations, genre of music kind of stuff, That's a musical that wasn't.
Wayne's World is way more.
Totally, I would have to agree. But I don't know, the whole Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron, I Gotta Move On, Be Who I Am, Don't Belong Here. That's a good song.
That's a good one. I like his song in that one.
Which one? I Don't Dance? No, that's not him.
No.
Which one is he? The one he's in the field? The golf course?
Yes. Everybody's always talking.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Okay, we have kids way too much.
Yeah. Let's focus. Focus.
Okay. Breathe. Breathe with us.
Like I always tell my kids, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Count to 10.
Okay. So, it's March.
Yay.
Yay. And we feel like, for us, there's a lot of things that have been going on. And so a few things we wanted to talk about today was first, South by Southwest. Yes. We're here in Austin, Texas. So if you don't know.
And a lot of things going on in March.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. And before we get started, so excuse us for last week. We were not able to do a podcast. We had some sick kids.
Oh, yeah.
And this week, though we've been doing podcasts pretty much every week, this week we're not able to, so we're bringing Get Real.
We're doing just the broadcast, just like a broadcast through YouTube, or just a YouTube video. Yes, that's right. Yes. Kids were sick. It was crazy. My kid had scarlet fever. I'd never even known what that was. Yeah. Then my husband looks it up and he's like, you shouldn't read what it says. And I'm like, why? And he said, and then I was like reading and I'm like, oh, because people died from scarlet fever back in the day. But I'm like, that was way back in the day when they had rode horses, had no cars.
Any medications.
Yeah, and
like we do today.
Right, and they didn't even realize it was just strep throat. It was just like a virus, something that was really easy to be treated. They probably could have drank alcohol and get cured from it or something.
Yeah.
Killed
you didn't give your son alcohol, did you?
We thought about it. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding. I should put that in caps or something and captions and anyways. So yeah, that we're good. Our kids are good, thank God, which we already knew. We just had to kind of get through that.
Amen. So yes, back to March,
spring break, South by Southwest, which there's a lot of free things going on. You can just go RSVP. If you're like me, I went on the website and I RSVP to everything.
Awesome.
Just so me and my husband can get away, because my mother-in-law, who's awesome as well, will be taking the kids for half of the spring break. So we're excited to hang out by ourselves, So, what is the rodeo's here?
Rodeo.
What else did I write
Lots
on
of concerts going on all month, pretty much.
Yes, definitely. Oh, also Joyce Myers, we're doing this thing. She started a 30-30 day challenge, which is 30 minutes in the Word for 30 days.
That's right.
Which is, we've just started this month of March. So if you want to hop on, go ahead and jump in. And, it's just 30 minutes just to have alone time, absolutely. And her thing was to, not do it with your phone or, using your Bible app phone or, using any electronic and stuff, because you know how it is. It's really easy to, check a text if somebody texts you or kind of just get easily distracted.
Yeah.
If that's all you have, then go ahead, use it, whatever. But those are just some, helpful things that she kind of had said,
Right. And even if you do read your Bible every day, because I know for me, I try to I'll check my phone, I'll check the Bible app, I'll do little things here and there, but to really take that 30 minutes and just, so I started where I believed I should start, and so I started in that one book, and then I'm just kind of okay,
right.
Lord, what else do you want me to read?
And that's kind of what I've done. I've kind of done the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
So that's an awesome thing. Also, March is Nutrition Month. It's like getting fit and like Nutrition Month or whatever. So I posted this thing on Facebook, and it said like, you are what you eat, so don't be cheap, easy, and unhealthy or something like that. Right. So I thought that was really good. Like you know what I mean? Yeah. So I thought that was good. And so, like I said, there's a lot of things that you can do this month to like be proactive into your dreams, your visions, or whatever.
Yes.
And so, which is kind of what we're talking about. We heard something the other day, and it said, we must identify our area of destiny and align everything in our life accordingly. Mm-hmm. So we really like that. Especially the not the analogy, but the example that was kind of given, the illustration that was given to us or shown to us, which is a rope boxed in square. Right. Did I explain that right? Yeah.
Like as if you're kind of
in the middle, in the box, roped off, right?
Kind of like a horse in not a stable, but what are those, like
a corral or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so just picture yourself in a box, in a corral, in something, okay? And here's the thing. We're always trying to, I guess for us there were so many things with that. So we're always trying to break out of these safe havens. Right,
or break out of like, oh, well, maybe I should do this, and maybe I should do that, or maybe I want to go my own way and go this way or go that way.
Or it seems easier. So, like, let's just say marriage, for example, right? You're in this home, and let's say a wife, you get to feel, a stay-home mom would feel tired. She's always home. She's kind of always frumpy, or her husband comes home and doesn't really give her the time of day. He's kind of rude. He doesn't help around the house. You know, like, she's just tired. She's been with the kids all day or whatever. So instead of kind of working with what you have, and maybe as a mom, like, hey, maybe put on makeup at 8 in the morning. Right. Maybe do your own thing and work out. Maybe spend 30 minutes in the Word on your own. Doing all these other things. Instead, most women, just based on statistics and things that we read, and just even friends that we know, you know what I mean? They begin to want to step out in their marriage, right? Because you're trying to break those barriers, again, because you think, like, the grass is greener on the other side, you know. My neighbor next door, her husband does this and that. I'm not saying that for real. I'm just saying. Like, you know.
Your neighbor's going to be like, wait a minute.
You're talking about my man? No. Back off. Because I love my husband more than I love the neighbor's husband. No, I'm just kidding. So that was kind of like, you know what I mean?
Right. So.
That's kind of what we're... I'm just...
Yes.
I guess because our mind is, I feel like we had a lot.
We did. We got so much out of that.
Yes.
That
we can go jump around and
exactly
all kinds of things with that.
We've heard that we do that. You know, we
apparently
talk about all kinds of things and don't stick to the subject. But anyway.
And that's good.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
I think so too.
Okay.
I think so too. But when we were talking about it the other day, I also, okay, along with that, I feel like is vision. Like, you got to have a vision, right? Because, okay, you're planning a trip. There's a destination.
Right.
Okay, you have to see, I mean, in the midst of that planning, you have to see, okay, of course, you envision, where I'm going to stay, what I'm going to be doing, you know, what I'm going to be wearing for where I'm, where I go. All these things, this vision for that destination, you got to have it, or you'll be lost in a sense, you know. That's why when you're going on these trips or whatever, these destinations, you look at what the hotel you're going to stay in.
Right.
You look at the beaches that are around there, or whatever, you know,
or
the
like
mountains,
when
whatever it is.
Right. Well, so and for me, it was like when we went skiing. I had never been skiing. I've been around snow and stuff, so you know what to wear. But when you're actually up there, like up in the mountain, it's colder and all this stuff. So you can go on to their website and you can look. You can do like a checklist, you know, and that kind of goes with like aligning, where it says align everything.
Right.
Align everything in our lives accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you really believe that this is where you're supposed to be, or this is what you're supposed to be doing, then you got to, like, fight for it. And I feel like I've heard that word a lot this season, this month. Like, fight for something that you really believe in. If it is that you want to lose weight and stuff, you're going to have to fight for it. And it's going to be it's going to be hard. I feel like anything that you want that is good, that is meant to be yours, is going to be really hard to get.
Right. Because say you got it so easily, there's no challenge in that, and then you're not going to appreciate that even more so.
Right.
You'll take it for granted easily, I think. You know what I mean? I think that's why anything that challenges us to go after that, anything that challenges us to, to have those things that makes it all the more greater when it is there for you, when it is there and you're doing it, or whatever the case may be, your destiny.
And I also feel like, because we live in this time, in this time where if it is too hard, what we begin to say is, that's probably not for us. Or, I can never have a body like her. Or, he will never be this way, or she will never. Because if it's too hard, we'd rather quit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we always say, like, to each other, like, okay, until I know that I have done everything in my being to make sure that I can say at the end of the day, like, you know what? I did it, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
That's it. Exactly. You know what I mean? But I feel like even in that, there's probably accomplishment in that. Of course,
because at the end of the day, you're like, I did all that I could. If it didn't work, then it didn't work. But that's the whole, like, in every, like, quote you see of success or failure or whatever, it's in every story that, we've heard about things like that. Like, those people could have given up easily, right? But they didn't. Like, Walt Disney went into bankrupt, like, I don't know how many times, at least 3 times. So many people, KFC, right? You're taking pictures here.
Sorry about that.
Hashtag bright lights.
I know.
Anyway, but all these people that really accomplish these great things, they failed a few times. But the thing is, the key there was that they did not give up.
Right.
They kept on. They fought for what they wanted. They fought for that dream, that vision, that they fought for their destiny, So, yes, we have to fight for it. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, exactly.
And we got to know where we're going. That whole thing why I said the vision, is we got to know where we're going in order to align everything in our lives with our destiny. Because if we don't know where we're going, how can we align everything,
Right.
That's just... And, okay, I'm going to go into, because I just thought of this morning because it's been on my mind, just about people's, like, your worth. And I know we probably brought that up before, whatever, but when it comes to this, and I wrote some things out, so you have to know your worth also before you know and able to align everything in your life with your destiny. Because say you know what your destiny is, or you have an idea of what your destiny is, but at the same time, you don't think you're worthy enough for it, or you don't think you're good enough or whatever, you're not going to get there. You're not going to get there because, I don't know. You're not going to take those chances. You're not going to fight like you probably should fight for it.
And you're not really standing for anything then.
Right.
Kind of like what I just read to you about the Sarah Jakes. T.D. Jake's daughter. So she posted something, and I don't remember the whole thing, but she's talking about, like, some guy, she's not talking about a specific guy, just in general, and she's saying that she doesn't want it to be about attraction anymore. She wants it to be about more. And to me, when I read that, it was like, wow, like, she has written down, she knows her self-worth, and she knows that what she wants. So she's not going to sacrifice.
Exactly.
She's going to fight for what she wants. Because
Exactly.
there's going to be men coming to her and telling her that she's this, she's that.
And everything she wants to hear.
And she's they're going to be successful and handsome and all of this. But here's the thing. She's aligning herself.
Yes.
And she's like, hey, this is what I want. And if you don't have it, then you're not a part of it.
Right. Exactly.
You're
lacking in at all. And it's so crazy. I was thinking about that with with women and men, and how a lot of women, like, I think as women we all know, or we think we have an idea, like, oh, I wish I had this, or I wish I had that, or let's just say for single women, not myself, because I'm not really, and at this stage I'm not really thinking about all that, but for a lot of single women, they're wanting, right? You're wanting somebody to reaffirm who you are, or to just be there, or to just, so that you'll settle for anything.
Right.
When inside you may think, oh, I'm worthy of this great guy, of this, he should be like this, he should do this. But then you go and you
settle.
You settle with somebody that treats you badly, or disrespects you, or because he's there, or because, I don't know. I don't know well, no, maybe I do know the reason, because maybe you don't know your self-worth. And I feel like we all, like, that is one of my missions in life, is to get it through to women. Because, I mean, I've had to do this with myself. I've learned the hard way, in a sense, and that is kind of like my mission, is to, like, get it through to women that know your worth. Like, you are so much greater, you are so much better than what you think. You are so much better than anything you've done in the past, everything. You're so much better than that. And you can start today to change that. Like, know who you are. You know what? If you have to tell that loser, I don't know.
You need to kick him out.
Kick him to the curb.
Do it, girl. Do it. Talking to you out there.
That's right.
I know who I'm talking to.
No, but seriously.
I know.
Well, you know what? When I was thinking about this morning, I really did feel like I'm talking to somebody. Like, somebody has to hear this today.
Right.
And maybe it's you, whoever you are.
Right.
Don't settle. Don't settle for being for being second best.
Oh yeah, like you were saying, like even women, even people that, not necessarily that we know, I guess, but just like girls who will be having affairs with men. Like, why do you want to be second?
I know, right? Or even,
and you're not even second best,
right? Or even with guys that they may not even be married, but they may like just go sleep around with everybody,
right?
Why do you want to be a part of their little? You know what I mean? That's still being second best. Maybe fourth, fifth, sixth, whatever.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And sloppy seconds. Do you not remember Grease?
She's getting real.
That's gross.
But
I'm sorry, I'm just saying.
It's true, though. And the thing is, you need to know your worth, because you know what? You deserve so much better than that. And you can have so much better than that. Say goodbye to him.
Right.
Say goodbye to them. Whatever. Say goodbye to her. Whatever it is, say goodbye to that. Because you deserve better. And you will have better. So know who you are. And don't search for it. You don't have to search for it. Search in here. Right? Yeah. Search in yourself. Like, know you. Fall in love with you.
Ask yourself some questions, like, where are you going? Okay, let's just say that this person does live with you, and you're like, oh, but I don't know if he is. Ask yourself some questions. Don't ask him what he wants. Ask yourself, what do you want? Is he a part of that plan? I mean, especially if you're not married. If you're married, I mean, it's kind of like, there's a lot of prayer that needs to take place.
Definitely. Yes.
Because marriage is a whole another level within saying
Definitely.
that you're shacked up living with somebody, or even if you're not even living with him and you're like, oh, well, no, I use him, da-da-da-da, like, oh, honey, no, it doesn't work that way.
No.
At the end of the day, you can, as a woman, you can never compare yourself to the way a man thinks or feels.
Exactly.
Because you're kidding yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Exactly. And to be the man on the other side of that, like you said, some women are like, oh, just using him, whatever. Like, no, like, for you men out there, you don't want to be that either. Know your worth too. I'm not just talking to women here. I'm talking to people in general. Like, we all need to know our worth because we all have a destiny. And what do you see for your life? You know, where do you want to go? You can get there. You can get there no matter what it is. You can get there. But you got to know who you are. You got to know your worth in order for you to get there to those things that you are worthy of, regardless of what you've done, what you do, what you thought, what you think of yourself, what anybody else has said about you. You are worthy. You are.
Right.
Anyway.
Page 2. No, we're just kidding.
Yes, and okay, I wrote, do you know your worth or do you not believe it? It's time to get that straight first, because even if you know or have an idea of your destiny, you'll never get there if you don't recognize your worth and that God has truly chosen you for a reason. He's chosen you for a reason. I know He's chosen me for a reason. Shoot. You know what? Let's get real here. I have not been the great person. I have not been this great, all spiritual all the time person. I have messed up, been jacked up. What?
And me? You see this halo around my head?
What does the Bible say? when you before you take the piece, the speck out of your brother's eye, take the big plank out of yours.
I don't see any. Can y'all? I'm just kidding.
Anyway, no, but seriously,
neither one of us. And I'm sure y'all haven't either, so don't be acting like there's a halo around there either.
That's true. But the thing is, I had to come to this point. It's taken a while, I'm guessing. I mean, but the thing is, I'm getting there. I probably haven't got there all the way, but I'm getting there. And the thing is, I know my worth now, and I know that I'm called, and I know that I'm called for a reason. It doesn't matter what I've done, what anybody has said, it doesn't matter, any of those things. I know it, so guess what? All there is from here is going to my destination now, my destiny, right? Because why? I see it, and not only do I see it, I am going to. Hello, when we're going on vacation, right? We're going on that destination. Okay, I see it. I got it all planned out. And hey, it may not even work out the way we think we're going to plan it.
Exactly.
But you know what? I'm going. I'm going that way. Hey, I'm also, for me, I'm definitely trusting that God's doing the rest. Everything that I can't do, He's going to do that. Right. And
know that it's never too late. Never too late. I mean, I feel like that's something like the devil tries to tell us a lot, is that we have a lot of time and that it's too late. Then, for those of us who are young, he'll tell, you have a lot of time, don't worry, you can always do that. And those of us who are a little older, he says, oh, you've missed it, it's too late.
Yeah.
But both are lies.
That's right.
Both are lies.
That's good.
You need to get with it. If you're young, get with it. And if you're older, get with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's just the same for either. It doesn't matter.
Right.
God is no respecter of person, age, time, all of that.
That's right.
So, So I guess for us, that was our whole thing. So we're going to say it again. We must identify our area of destiny and align everything in our lives accordingly.
That's right.
So take out the garbage, whatever it is that is in your way to your destiny, your hopes, your dreams, your desires.
Right.
Like a friend told me the other day, all those desires and all those wants, God placed them in you.
Yeah.
So do something with it. I'm saying the good stuff. I'm not talking about the bad stuff.
Right.
So remove the garbage from out of your way.
That's right. Exactly. And be set apart. Set apart means to put aside from this world. You don't have to be like everybody else. You don't have to look like everybody else. You know what I mean? This world, we're so bombarded every day with all this crap, excuse my language, but all this freaking crap, whether it be TV, radio, whatever it may be, all around us. You are better than that. So you know what? act like it, live like it, walk like it, talk. Every morning, I tell my kids, when they get out of the car for school, I'm like, okay, I love you. You're a beautiful child of God.
Mm-hmm.
That means you act like it, walk like it, talk like it, live like it. Like Vanessa said, get all that junk out of the way. Like, if it doesn't line up with what you see for your destiny, if it doesn't line up, just like if I'm gonna go to the beach, my destination is the beach. Guess what? I'm not gonna plan to take my big old what are those things you wear in the snow? Snowsuit?
A boot, a bib. They're called bibs.
Oh, I call it snowsuit. Whatever.
You learn something new every day.
Anyway,
no bib. Bib.
I'm not going to take those. I'm not going to take my skis to the beach, unless they're like water skis. But anyway, I'm not going to do all that. I'm not going to take that. So you know what? Wherever you're going, don't take him with you. Girl, you know he does not belong there.
And that's
don't
the thing.
Take her with you.
And that's the thing that we talk about. Like, isn't it amazing, right? And this is just something that you can think about. It's so amazing how we talk a lot that you know, but yet we still settle. That's amazing. That's like the most amazing thing to me. And we're speaking from experience. We're speaking like daily struggles and everything, right? Like,
yeah.
How come is it you know that he's a piece of crap, he doesn't have a job, and yet you're at work right now and he's at home, and you know, like, that's not even cool, and yet you still keep him there? Or you know, and you're so ashamed you can't even tell your friends that, oh yeah, my boyfriend, he doesn't even work, or whatever. Like, just, it's so crazy that we do settle daily, you know. And no, like we've said, like for me, I'm so sick and tired of being sick and tired. Okay, I am sick and tired of kind of being oppressed, suppressed. That I'm like, no, like I cannot do this. And kind of the show was kind of inspired by a lot of that, you know, because we're like, we've always talked about doing this and doing that and all these ideas and all these things, and we're finally like, okay, that's it, we got to do it.
Exactly.
So if you go back to our first shows, they were kind of a little bit slower. We were kind of like, but the thing is, I don't care. I don't care. Because you know what I mean? Like, we are doing exactly what we feel like we've been supposed to do.
That's right.
And you know what? The last thing I took down in my notes was, our pastor said, you need to fall in love with your area of destiny.
Yes.
You need to fall in love with your dream, with your vision, with your husband that you may be struggling with your wife, with your children, your job. There's so many things. Like, stop. Unless God speaks to you or whatever, you know the situation. We don't. But I'm saying, like, stop trying to break free from things. Like, fall in love where you're at.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, even if you're overweight and you're just like, oh, you know, you're eating ho-hos and ding-dongs, like saying, like, crying because you're so overweight and you're wishing, like, work with what you got.
That's right.
Don't be trying to spend all this money that you don't even have on memberships of gyms and stuff. I mean, if you live in Austin, you can work out for free in Austin, in such beauty at that, you know. I just feel like we're always trying to break free. And yes, free is good, right? Because that's what even the Bible tells us and stuff, you know. However, just if it's your destiny to be there, to be that mom, to be whatever it is, like, man, embrace it. Love it. Love it wholeheartedly.
That's right. And
you know what? All that changes.
Exactly.
So we're excited because a lot of change is coming, a lot of changes here.
For real.
So just to reiterate, guys, we'll be out throughout South by Southwest, probably listening to bands and stuff. We'll be like,
hopefully do a show also. That's the plan. Of course, you know, sometimes the plans don't always go accordingly. But that's the plan. And hopefully we'll be able to bring something from South by Southwest to y'all.
What else? Like we said, the rodeo is here. There's a lot of free things going on. I think there was one that I had seen, like, they're going to be doing free burgers and stuff starting this weekend, burgers and fries. They are opening up this, like, Shack something. It's called Shake Shack or something. And so what they're doing is for the next 2 weeks while South by Southwest is here, they're going to be having burgers and shakes. It's going to be on 6th Street. I'll post a lot of the stuff on our Facebook and stuff. But yeah, so there's a lot of free things to do as a family, or if you're single, or if you're married. Just
make this month. You're starting to fall in love with your destiny.
Yes.
With everything, with yourself, with your family, like she was saying. Hey, and there's a lot going on this month to where you can start to do that, you know?
And the thing is, like, if you're single, me personally, right, because I haven't been single in a long time, so of course, right, you always think, like, what would I do if I was single? And I think right now, just thinking of all this that we've talked, like, I would personally probably go to some concert by myself and enjoy just being me and not having to worry about dressing up cute because I have a date coming with me, or not, like, dress up cute because it's me and I feel like going out and doing my own thing.
Right.
But just, like, enjoy the water downtown, or, like, just downtown, you know, just embracing me.
Yes.
You know, if you're single, again, if you're married, like me and my husband, just go do something together. Your kids, there's all kinds of stuff that is going on for families right now. So there's a lot of different things you can do. Also, if none of those things, I mean, are a liking to you, there's also just working out. I feel like for me, that always makes me feel so good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Your endorphins are going. And
and I'm getting in shape as I'm doing it, and I guess it's just so beautiful outside. I'm like, God.
And you're doing something for you, but to better yourself. And anytime you do that, like, okay, I'm going to go back to, you know, maybe throwing him or her out, or whatever the case may be. Anytime you're doing something for the better of yourself in those ways, in good ways, man, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like, and then that raises your esteem so much higher. And then you really, like, hey, I am worth, you know what I mean? Then you start to realize your worth, you know? So anyway, those things help.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So, so all that is available. So March is like March Madness.
Yes. That's scary.
Okay, sorry. March Madness.
That's scarier. Anyway, just do it. Just do it. Girl, you know I'm talking to you.
Or boy.
Or boy, you know I'm talking
to you.
Or
kid. Or teenager.
Oh, man.
Let's not
just do it, but not the way they do it. Okay?
Yeah. Be different. Oh, I posted something today on Facebook, and it says, stop making stupid people rich. Because that's how I feel about reality shows, guys. For real. Like, I have been watching Cake Boss, but it's not bad. Like, we're learning how to make cake. Be creative, see?
And fight at the same time. How awesome is that?
No, he's not fighting.
I'm just kidding.
He just makes cake.
I know, calm down.
I'm like, oh, they fight within their own family member, but it's funny because they're family, and it's not ugly. It's just, God, they've had this business for 100 years.
I know.
So when you've been in business for so long with your family, it's like, she gets on my nerves, and she's not really even my family. So, but when you know somebody for a long time,
it's rude.
That's food for thought for you husbands and wives out there. Don't be frustrated, because when you've been with somebody for a long time, it's annoying. My husband, I love him. I have to say that first. But holy bejesus, he rocks my brain.
Oh, wait. One more thing before we go.
Okay.
So, I have to testify today again. I was blessed this morning.
Oh, yeah.
I went to Starbucks, and I was taking my 12-year-old daughter to school, and I needed coffee this morning because we woke up a little bit late, and I don't know if y'all have ever woke up, like, just out of deep sleep, I guess, and I was kind of, like, out of it, I felt like, for a while, so I know I needed coffee. I went to Starbucks, and honestly, I didn't have any money. I had my little gift card that I got from work. I had a Starbucks gift card. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord, for Starbucks gift cards. Anyway, I went to Starbucks, and I got up to the you know, whatever, and she says, oh, the car in front of you paid for you. And I was like, what? Like, and I was going to pay for the car behind me, but I had $16 on my card, and she goes, they have a big order. It's like, just go, don't worry about it. And I'm like, hopefully she paid for them. I don't know. But anyway, that really blessed me, because first of all, I was thinking, Lord, you're so good. Like, man, you love me so much. You know I needed coffee so much, and apparently I'm going to need to save my $16 Starbucks card for another day. That's fine. But I was so blessed by that. And then I go to the bank, and I was telling them about it, and they're like, oh, yeah, it's Pimp and Joy week on the Bobby Bones show.
Right.
So she's like, they're talking about, that was going to go on, people were doing this all over the place. So to all of you who have been a blessing to others, praise God for y'all. Like, seriously, that's so awesome. And since I wasn't able to, do that for the car behind me, I posted on my Facebook that I'm going to pay it forward all day, which we should be paying it forward every day, because if we're able to wake up, we went to sleep good, got up good, whatever, we're blessed, like, and we should be a blessing to others.
Exactly.
And even when we're blessings, even if we don't feel blessed and we're a blessing to others, therein lies our blessing, because it's always, like they say, better to give than to receive, right?
Right.
And I always feel like when we do give, we do receive.
You do. I feel like I feel fulfilled when we do that, when I do that anyway.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
be a blessing.
Just know to pimp joy out.
Yes. Man, that's good. Just do it.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, you guys. Have a great one.